black, half white, so I have the best of both worlds, so I get the button around. You see, look, you can have that's half black, that's white. All right, I get the button.
Hey, we should deal for at least a button. The bomb though.
Did I not give you a perfect explanation?
No, you did. You can have the button, but not the bomb pot.
$15 bomb pots in this as well, and this looks like how we are starting right out of the gate here as $15 4-card game right off the bat. It's Mr. Sammy Vonkennel also there. Big night for us here at Palms Social. Packed with cash games, and another table going to be opening up here shortly. So looking to get on the list here at Palms Social. Again, check us out on the Tempest Portal app and see what's running here in the room. So let's do the 4-card game, boys and girls. All right, we've got our board run out. 10-4-7. You've got wow, we've got a pretty nice straight draw here for Drew. Welcome back. Drew is also in our first edition of Drunk Poker. Is going to get at least a $75 bet out of this. Is most dangerous man on the table here with a White Claw. Got great Nick from Yuma here in the chat saying the way. How you doing, Mike? Pretty good. We had a fun game last night. Caitlin here now with top 2 and backdoor diamonds. Let's see if anybody else has got anything to come to the party with. Back over here to Conrad is also going to make the call. Let's go. Here are 3 ways in our PLO bomb pot. All right, now loading it up here on the turn skis. Loading. We are going to get what looks to be close to pot or just about half pot bet here by Drew. I would have to bet there. Okay. Is going to be a board pair here on the turn with Caitlin then snapping off the 190 all-in of Drew as he's drawing dead and flips it on over. So beat that. Not going to be much luck to be able to do that here in our first hand. Live the Palms at Palms Social. And we will have our first rebuy, it looks like, of the evening. So while we have you here, reminder that starting on October 7th, we'll be having our free roll with $1,500 added to the prize pool. It is not a guarantee. It is $1,500 added to whatever is going to be in there. So invite you to come out on Thursday starting October 7th. Come on out here and play at Palm Social. We've also got a new quads promo happening here, as well as if you get quads here at Palm Social, you get a free monthly membership. And Pop Limit Omaha, it is 8s or better. Hit quad 8s or better. And both cards have to play and qualify here for a free monthly membership. So a little slow out of the gate, so an opportunity for you to maybe go grab a drink yourself. Get yourself all loaded and ready to go. So I think we may be doing some chip verification after this hand. Just to review what some of the stack sizes are, and since this is match the stack players, can match whoever is the top on the table, so they may be trying to do that relative to Caitlin's stack here as we move on to the next hand. Fox going to open here in middle position as Mikey Sides has now picked up ace-king of clubs, and pretty standard 3-bet right back out of the small blind up to 100, and Nick from Yuma says Caitlin's phone is huge. That's what they make these iPhones now. They went from being compact to super duper sized. Hello, Vivian Lee here in the chat. That is all right. We are going to get a overcall here by actually Hunter out of the straddle. It's going to come out 9 high, favorable here for Fox, with position on both of the players. Mikey Sides most likely going to continue. What do you got here? Going to make this just about a half-size pop bet, which Fox is never folding, and potentially here with these stack sizes could put in the raise. So I think you could see it if there was much deeper, and Mikey's side sitting with like 2K, and Fox sitting with like 2K or plus. That it could potentially flat there, but I think as stacked depths get a little less, you at least want to be able to try to protect your hand just a little bit more, whereas it seems like with all of the deep stack theory that it generally just becomes a lot of flop calls in these spots. So Mikey's side's going to have to give it up. So it is drunk poker here tonight. So what we did on the first go-around was a drink per orbit. I don't know if these guys are going to do shots every half hour or every orbit. That got to be quite a show. All right, we're going to have Conrad, it looks like, open here to 15. Drinks must be hitting Drew first because we get a 3-bet out of him out of the small blind of 50. Conrad going to make the calls. We go head up. Is going to come out king high and does pair up Drew. Positional advantage. We'll get to lead out, and I think Conrad, unless he's really thinking about making an explosive play on the turn, is going to lay it down. So a little unorthodox, but Drew feeling it here in the early going. Got Gary C here in the chat, a sight and a sound that yeah, well, you know, I guess thanks for being here. Pointing out on the where Conrad sits on the hierarchy of Simpsons. Yeah, you could get a very spirited debate on this, but Conrad's our favorite around here, so don't get it twisted there, buddy. Yeah, Mike Jungblut flying solo back here as we load up all the hands, get the next one. Mike Cunningham saying that hat's awesome. I'm assuming it's the one from Drew. So it looks like we had a call of the 15 straddle, or at least a 15 open here by Fox. We get a 3-bet by Caitlin out of the big blind after Mikey Sides apparently re-raised 60. or open to 60. I'm just trying to follow up with the information given here. So Caitlin opting to 3-bet, expecting that it's getting a little spicy out there, as now Drew has position, but it is a big raise relative to the size of his stack with about 160 to call. He would leave himself about 330. The suited ace mid in this spot's not... Oh, wow, he's going to push over the top. Drew has a pretty good chance of this. Yes, Caitlin's hands dominated. She can't play, and now basically becomes a coin flip with some of the dead money that's in the middle. So good timing here by Drew that decided, you know what, let's just press the effort button and rip it in. Some counterfeit outs. And it's got to be an ace or 7. It's going to be Brick City Knights here on the end, as 9s full of 6s for a nice 1.4K pot right out of the start. As Fox now going to be the big stack on the table with 2.2K. So at any point in time now, any player on the table can match that amount. So help us get the word out, though. Hit the like button, click subscribe. Closing in on the 700 subscriber mark and continuing to grow. As we're actually, get this, folks, we are going to have a Pot Limit Omaha 8 or better game streamed here on Friday night. I will not be available for it, but we will have some special guest commentators doing the split pot game. So PLO 8 on Friday will be our next show. Be on the lookout for that. Those could see some new players in the mix, and part of a wide variety of content here on this channel at Palms Social. Again, if you want to check out our website, Facebook, Instagram, all of that in the description below. Now we just got to wait for the amount of time before somebody starts to appear tipsy, right? Mike Cunningham, if this is in Austin, Texas. Yes, that is correct. This is in Austin, Texas. So we had Fox 3-betting out of the big blind. Conrad here with Queen Jack is going to come out. Ace High Diamond draw now for Fox and a gutter ball for Conrad. When we go check, and that puts Fox way ahead with a free card, and he's betting down to $10. Conrad raises. Fox goes over the top and insta-mucks, so he's a gentleman and shows it to him. He didn't necessarily have to, but there's a pretty good chance the drinks are flowing here at this point, and I may have just a little something myself to keep this nice night extra spicy. Oh boy, here we go. There's the first round of shots being brought around. Again, players will be treated to an Uber ride after the night is done, so free to drink to your heart's desire, or at least within the medical limits of your tolerance in willpower. There's a lot of hats here on the table here, and I think Drew seems to be the most popular. All right, we've got the juice box opening here with pocket fives. Fox going to call here with ace-jack, and Tyrone will not continue with the old J3 ball. Cheers, everybody. Well, we see a straight draw here for the juice box to go along with this pair. Fox, nothing but overs and a little bit of hope is not feeling that hopeful about it. We'll step away. And let's just hope nobody spills here on the Felt of Dreams tonight. I think we may have had a slight scare at one point, but was able to get it cleared up, thank the Lord. So all right, we got some limping going on here. Caitlin is going to raise it up here 15 with Queen 10. Fox is sixes yet again. So juice box opting for the limp raise spot here to 15. And this table, the Felt of Dreams, built by Texas Poker Supply. As you can see, middle pair now for Caitlin. Probably going to be able to take it down without much resistance. Fox might float for the price, and, well, I guess I was wrong. Nothing but backdoor hope here for the juice box. It's coming alive. Ace high clubs now turns. Caitlin going to let this one check through as now Fox trying to represent some kind of King X hand does. Still with the best of it as we head on to the river is going to be a 5-ball. Fox going to be the best at showdown. Unless juice box decides to go. Caitlin realizing her hand would have been best here as mixed game Mike. What's going on, man? Says everyone know Lisa is the best Simpson. Well, there's former Bengals wide receiver Jerome Simpson. There's Abe Simpson. There's I'm trying to think of somebody else here. Long line of Simpsons, and we may have the best of them. Conrad from Solve4Y here in the house. Old Cedric, the poker traveler's yet to get too involved with anything. He was on a big game down there in San Antonio the other night. What's going on, Pez? Chat Pro Pez and the Hizzle. Yeah, shout out. The nice journey here for the poker traveler as his brand has grown. I think part of Poker Bros now, and got to play out on that Hustler stream as well. So just getting his name out there, getting a lot of action. Caitlin now here with the third or fourth raise of the early going is going to raise it up here 15. See, nope, nothing post-flop. Not a gosh darn thing. So, had ladies' night last night. If you missed that, and it was actually, I mean, like, that was one of the best ladies' night tables I've ever seen, as far as just the skill and competence and just, you know, like a lot of things that you want to see in any regular cash game were on display last night. So we hope to do a little bit more streams like that in the future. Unfortunately, we're cut down a little bit early. The irony of which was not lost on me by any stretch of imagination, but so it goes. All right, here we got Hunter here with a raise up middle position. Call. Everybody's calling. Everybody but Conrad here, so. Four players on here to our flop. Is going to come out 7-5-4. Straight draw now for the Poker Traveler. Bottom pair looks like for Tyrone. And not much happening for anybody else. Oh, wow. 7 pairs also gives Poker Traveler the straight flush draw to the 8 of diamonds. But he is still unpaired at this point, so. Bet at 30, call at 30. Let's see what rattles off on here to our river. As it is going to be an ace on the river by Barrett Greenstein. Poker Traveler able to see his draw for relatively cheap and then gets to get away from it scot-free. Tyrone going to be hunting for value. Unfortunately, there's none to be have unless Seti wants to try to go attack the river, which it does look like he's not going to. So the claw is the law, it looks like, at least here between Caitlin and Drew. There you can see me in the background as well, looking at the equipment, going like, hey, maybe we could do this, maybe we could do that. What do you think? I think I need to get myself to the gym there, buddy. I was doing all right with keto there for a bit, and then, you can always go to the gym tomorrow. That's always my philosophy. You could do it tomorrow. Any David Goggin fans want to come up and just punch me and be like, get hard, go to the gym now. Go to the gym, you slacker. Okay, we've got Fox here with kings. Looks like there was a straddle. What do we got here? There's three-way action here now between Mikey Sides, Drew, and Fox. He's going to come out 8-3 deuce. Is still great here for Fox, but Drew could imagine that there are moments that Fox is getting out of line that he potentially bluff catch. I would be surprised if Mikey Sides did anything with this. All right, bet of 100, call of 100. Oh, he spikes the 4. Drew might be able to get a double up out of this. A bet of 250 is going to go all in and going to get snapped. He's going to show the mysterious set. It is now a $3,100 pot. It is an ace on the river. And the hidden set of 4s by Drew, able to get himself a big double up early. Here, 1-3 match the stack. No limit hold'em cash game here at Palms Social. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. A big pot being shipped over there to Drew. Mike Cunningham says you need a co-host. Yeah, I thought I might have one lined up, and then I'm working on kind of just intermingling between like table sound and just individual commentator to see if that's going to be like a good ebb and flow for our channel. As you see Amy here serving. We are one of the only card rooms in town that has servers. So if you need anything out of our fridge that we can get for you, a cocktail, a beverage such as the old Claws the Law, well, if you come here to Palm Social, only place in town that is going to be able to provide that to you. So all right, Cunningham asking, what's the seat charge? It is $12 an hour. Here, Fox with a raise up here with the old ace-10 of hearts. As juice box, Conrad most likely going to come along here with a 7 of clubs. And this man's trying to get out of the hole here for his lifetime earnings in Austin. As looks like Mikey side stacking on up. We're getting a little deeper here. He's going to come out King 9-8 here with 2 diamonds. Is really unpaired for just about everybody. A gut shot here for Juice Box. And that's really all it is here out of this group. So Fox might be able to get this one through. Mike Cunningham asking daily membership. It's $10. Again, if you play here at Palms and you hit quads and hold them, both cards play, get yourself a free month membership on us. Seven ball turns, which gives Fox more of a reason to probably barrel with his hand. As 10 with a straight draw, able to bet 75. Juice box not going away though. Queen or Jack actually could be good here at Showdown if we... No, actually, Jack's not going to be good. I'm an idiot. So there's the straight. Juice box must have just felt it coming here. Bet of 125 is... Now name your price, sir. Stack is 794. He could opt for like a min raise. Back up here to like 250. More likely he's going to go for something like 325. Well, lucky guess. Mike Cunningham says, next time I'm in Austin, I'm heading to Palms. Can't wait to see it here, man. As the juice box takes it here for a nice pot. In the early goings of Live at the Palms, hit like and subscribe. My name is Mike Jungblut, the dude talking. You got producer Sonny back there. And action tracker Q. Sam also here on the premises. Mixed Game Mike here saying, yo, it's tough to get a co-host. Players want to play it, so it's difficult to get them to commit to 3 to 4 hours of commentary. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, sometimes I just need to be much more proactive about finding people, but since we are kind of just getting started, I have just sort of preferred trying to see if we can mix out that right variation between table sound and commentator, and we'll keep working at it. So Drew putting in the 3-bet now here after the opening raise of $10 up to 75 out of the small blind. Gonna bring out the juice box here for the call for 65, and Mikey side, Spicy Mikey on the button here with 75. Going to make the call. Let's do this. Pairs of 7 now here for Drew as Mikey sides with the best of it, but I think we'll take at least one straight. Juice box. Maybe the drinks really are flowing here. Is going to make the call here from 105, and that call in between could drive Mikey sides out, but it's very difficult to judge what drunk people are doing. Aaron G says, I keep waiting for Mikey Sides to invite me so I can take his chips. Laugh emoji. You're making it sound like that's an easy task there, man. Juicebox picking up the straight draw. Mikey Sides having 2 of the outs that Juicebox would need, but what is Buzzed Mikey thinking about right now here? He's going to get the bet and while check too. So Drew most likely has to give this up. It's tough to imagine any particular hands that he might be beating because there are really no flop draws that exist that would a third player would walk into this pot with that you can maybe think about bluff catching with the factor of Juicebox waiting right behind him as well. Now if you're Juicebox, you float flop here and you get this turn card. He is going to make the call going up here to a $1,200 pot. Is a 3-ball, so brick. I imagine it goes check, check. I can't think of hands that Mikey Sides could try to really get thin value from outside of maybe, oh, well, wait just a minute here. I thought Juicebox reaching for chips here was going to make some kind of river move after the draw missed, which Mikey could be thinking that he has to turn this hand into a bluff if, per se, maybe he believes Juicebox called with some kind of Jack X hand. Wow, he's going to go all in here on the river. Does have the best hand, and I don't even know if he realizes that he actually does. He could sit there and totally think there might be some hands that juice box, maybe even a hand like pocket tens. What's going on, Anderson? Anderson here in the chat says, hey, y'all. All right, we've got Poker Traveler here with Ace King and a 3-bet off the open. Juice box with Ace King himself. Could he opt for the 4? We may just get ourselves all in here between the dueling Ace Kings. Going to fold away all the way around to Caitlin, nothing, and Fox not feeling like surrendering. So there's blood in the water now here for Poker Traveler. That third player into the mix, I think if it does not, we don't have the call there by Fox, it probably just rips it relative to Juice Box's stack, but he's a little hamstrung in being able to do that when Fox has just under 2K in chips.
The only juice box I know is from like the movie Literally Juice. And I saw myself 20 seconds without the
Juice box now here with a bet of 250, and this could work. Poker Traveler does have the ace of hearts in hands for backdoors, but kind of a grimy spot with Ace King. It can get the impression from Juice box it's tens or better at this point after the pre-flop 4-bet on Poker Traveler's re-raise. So Sadie's going to lay it down. So that is winner there for the Juice box. Been on a number of our PLO streams, of which you can check out here on Live at the Palms. This is episode number 11. Thank you so much for joining us here tonight. And let's see if we can get up to the 100 like mark. I know cumulatively people stepping in and out. Conrad now getting spicy here with a 3-bet to 75. Looks like we are going to get at least 3-way action here. Top pair with a queen kicker. Conrad will knuckle this one after we go 3 ways. Is now going to be top 2. Conrad probably now gets the opportunity to avoid having to waste blasting off any chips at this point. Most likely going to draw out the fold here from Fox as well. Mike Cunningham says need to mic the players a bit more. Yeah, I think, we would have to kind of crank it up a little bit more. I think perhaps down the line in the future we could opt for like the lapel mics and mic individual players to a degree. And that is kind of one of those more down the line things that as the channel grows, we start getting more eyes on us and what's up, Johnny Grow lately, but we certainly appreciate any feedback of what things that you would like to see or things that we can enhance about our show experience. Especially from you directly, the viewer. And as long as it's not like, hey, you suck, do talking. You suck, do talking. Get do talking out of here. Like, okay, we can establish that, but nobody says that, though. Never. Okay. Is King Deuce... Wow. Top pair here for both Juicebox and Tyrone. Could go bet 25. Call of 25. Juice box. Pulls way out ahead. Also gains a little more equity with a queen. Not sure if there's really any chop outs here. No, it doesn't really seem so. Juicebox going to put in a small razor at this point that might be able to extract some more out of Tyrone. And Tyrone will not take the bait. He will step on out. Yeah, we're going to have PLO on Friday night. Pot limit Omaha 8 or better. The high-low split game. I will not be commentating for that, but it's going to be doing me some high school football right here in the state of Texas. Going to toss it right there into the end zone. There's very special guys that exist, I think, in the small school football circuit that are just... Some are very talented. Some of them are walking cliches. I try to, walk that line very carefully. But unfortunately, I will not be out there, but we will have somebody back here for Pot Limit Omaha 8 or better for you Omaholics out there that love the high-low split game. I'm actually kind of bummed I can't do it because I love that game, but... All right, Juice Box for the open. Conrad looking for trouble here as... Subscribing to the Berkey theory of 3-betting King-Queen suited. Did not work out for him. Against Lynn when we had those two players. And they did a fantastic vlog on that hand. between the king queen suited and ace king of Lynn. You can go check that back on the highlight reel. So. Juice box going to come right back over the top, and Fox is riding a heater right now. He does not want to press the fold button. Fox running pure here, 6s and 7s. No backdoors here for Juice box. We'll go checky, 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 checky. Now turning a straight draw. Here for Fox. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Now going to be a bet here at 250. Fox going to snap him off here as makes a straight on the end. Juicebox may give this up after the turn call, but if he really thinks Fox has something like 10 jack, maybe some kind of like ace 8. Maybe he feels like he has enough ammunition. Like, we know Fox is not going to fold, but if you take his hand out independent of how this has played out, like, we got to bet, we got to raise all in, and it is pain for Juicebox. All right, next hand, Juggalos, JJs, Judies, however you want to slice them. They're in the ownership of Mikey's sides at this point, and we'll see. Fox has been very uninterested in folding anything at this point, so should make for an excellent game here tonight. Make sure to hit the like. All right, LaHoo's got a hand. It looks like Jax might be best. Caitlin's got a gut shot. Hunter and Tyrone both have middle pair, but if it's, you can believe it's 6 ways, Jax still the best right now. Still the best around. The 6 ball doesn't change anything whatsoever. It's just going to get checked through one more time. Poker Traveler's going to take a stab at it here for 175. Unbelievable. His instinct's strong. And let's bring on the next round of shots, shall we?
Throw it. 2 of them?
That was killing my ass.
God, if I lead out there against 8 players, I get that through with jazz.
All right, next hand to live at the Palms is best way to know what our schedule is going to be is to make sure to click subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications, and also get the message directly right to you when a highlight reel drops. As sitting at like 669 subs right now. We're doing fairly well and growing each and every day. A long march ahead for us to continue to grow this audience. We appreciate the purists, the people who really do love streaming poker that are here for some of the other reasonable stakes as well. All right, if these guys are taking a drink, I'm taking one too. All right, top pair here for both Hunter and Tyrone. All right, Hunter here with the bet and see if Tyrone decides with his 316. Yeah, I mean, it's the right move here relative to stack size. Hunter might be able to get away from it, but he could perceive that there could be some heart draws, some 10-9s that, well, I mean, he's blocking 10-9, obviously, but it is a slightly chunky enough bet he might think about it, but the decision has been made. Going to call for 241 more. All right, we've got a 4 balls. Hunter still behind, and Tyrone going to win the first board, it looks like. Still ahead on the second. It's all right, 5 ball. We'll seal it. Tyrone wins both boards, and is going to take down a $756 pot in 1-3. Anderson here in the chat. What you drinking, Mike? C4? Yes. Or a drink ring. There's both of them to be, in fact. Just a little bit of Woodford Reserve. I'm not going to try to go too crazy. Just a little bit. Like, I don't want to be belligerent, but, you know, it is good to put a little gasoline into the engine. P. Willie, I think, exercising some elite sarcasm here. I find most of the Austin streams don't talk about DQ nearly enough. I mean, what are his hopes and dreams? What is he? I mean, he's told me some of those. He is a wonderful man that brings hope and cheer to everywhere he goes. But I see your point. I'm not quite on the way of putting him up on any merchandise yet, but you know, maybe that. Pee-wee asking, what do you think DQ is wearing? Probably a business suit, but by now it might be a little bit casual. Maybe some cashmere pajamas. Maybe a solid gold. I mean, with a big chain. I am not going to drink to excess. Just a little cup to sip on throughout the night. So Johnny Grow lately saying you guys are doing great, in my humble opinion. Thank you. Johnny Grow saying, I am tired of hearing about DQ already, but I digress. I don't know if I'll ever be tired of DQ. He's just international man of mystery. Fun to conversate with. Man who has beaten cancer at least 3 times. And a heart of gold. And I would love to get to 1,000 subscribers so he can send me as many super chats as he feels. So that's what you're really doing it for is... Alright, we've got ace flopping here now for both Juicebox and Hunter, and it is going to be a flop straight, though, for Mikey Sides. Mikey's got a lock on this one. Drew is going to try to take a stab at it, though, for some unknown reason. Guess with a 10 in hand, could feel like you could represent the exact hand that Mikey Sides has. So now back here to Mikey's side, 2 spades on board. 2 players with ace-X in their hand. He gets to raise it, and maybe for the best of it, for the safety of his hands. He does not know that if he could be up against maybe any potentially 2 pairs that might be wanting to get it again, or pair and flush draws that could be out there that may... All right, we've got a phone alert here, too. Caitlin right now with her phone reminds me of that scene from Spaceballs where they're watching the current Spaceballs. You're watching now. Well, what happened to then? This is now. Mikey Sides putting in the raise. Juicebox trying to decide if there's a bluff candidate in there that he might be defeating, and as the drinks started flowing, now we get to see Caitlin making an Instagram in progress. All right, we're going to get the call. It does backdoor spades, so Juicebox with the 8 of spades, the steamed Ola. Influencers in the wild, am I right? Goes checky, and the spade comes home. Juicebox had shoved and got it all in, and the 8 of spades does it again. So that's a winner there for the Juicebox. Johnny Grow lately, it's all right. You don't have to... Oops, I'm sorry. I did not mean to DQ bash. No. I don't think anybody's ever bashing DQ. He is the belle of the ball right now in the Texas streaming world. And P. Willie, FYI, I'm no programming whiz, but nudity improves most shows' ratings. Yeah, unless it was me, then, that's a good way to lose our YouTube channel.
Jack, I will admit I do run hot as hell against you, so.
I've never won a fight with you. That's the first one. But I tell you what, I was 2 inches away from being deep.
I can't believe he didn't run in my ass like that.
520. 520.
That's stone.
Have I been sitting over here missing straddles on this thing? Where is my police? Where is my police?
Yeah, let in the floor. Got ready.
All right, next hand is here comes Cedric with a raise up to 65 off the straddle. We're going to get calls from Caitlin and Fox. Fox with the 8-5 off. Juice Box with a little bit more reasonable ace-7 of clubs. All right, let's go. It's going to come out ace-high clubs here for Juice Box and bottom pair for Fox. Not much happening for Traveler or Caitlin on this particular board, but bet a 125 here by Juicy. The juice is loose. Nah, not much happening here for Cedric tonight. He did have a very nice bluff that got Mikey sides off of jacks. And ace pairs up here for Juice Box, who's now on the rise. And I think this turn bet probably should do it here as... Oh, wow, it goes check, gets a freebie. Every try to guesstimation I make on what drunk players are going to do has turned out to be incorrect. So, bet at 150, a raise, and an inch to fold, and another winner.
My hotel's alone.
As we see, Juice Box up the most here on the evening. Hopefully get some more of those plus-minus numbers up there throughout the evening.
I was with my dad, and it was me and my dad, and I wanted to spoil him.
Right now, we've got 7 of the 8 tables full here or open for play at Palms Social. Check us out on the Tempest Portal app. You want to get on the list for any of these games. All right, we've got Drew here with Kings getting sneaky, just calling the opening raise here by Poker Traveler. Juice Box with ace-7 of the unsuited variety. He's going to come out top 2 here for Jack-4 for Fox. Could be a disaster looming here now for Drew as... Drew now here with a raise up. Fox going to call. Does Drew going to need a king, deuce, or whatever arrives on the turn that could potentially become more counterfeit outs to make a higher 2 pair? So Drew going to need a king, a deuce, or 8. Now here to make a higher 2 pair. And right now, Fox looking like he is... What? We're going to go free card and a 6 ball. It's a very deceptive 2 pair now here for Fox, and will get paid off most likely. I don't see Drew raising here. I don't know what would maybe come of it other than... and as again, I have guessed wrong. And it looks like Fox just snapped him off here, too. Snapped him off here with Jack 4 as... And I guess that turn check really may have been the thing that brought that right to fruition, that... If Fox, say, leads the turn... and Drew calls, and then we get to the river with that kind of bet, like, he's probably going to find maybe the breaks and just flat him on the end, but hunting for some value. All right, we got Conrad here with the hand, ace, queen of diamonds. Going to be top pair here for Caitlin. Fox also a second pair. Texas Poker alive and well as not. And here we go. Then the ace ball. Now Conrad finally pulls ahead. Is going to only be outdone by a king 9 or 8. I just wonder when the next round of shots is. It's got to be coming up here soon. All right, let's go on here as Caitlin going to make the call and hope maybe that's just bluff catching. 7 does bring home. Caitlin's not blocking 10-9, so it's tough for her to anticipate that that's maybe a hand that Conrad could be value betting with. And I think she's going to make the fold, but I've been wrong on just about everything here tonight, the way this game has gone. All right, Poker Traveler here with the ace 10 of diamonds is going to be the first one to get to open.
in a hurry to develop it. I guess.
There's got to be an American or an Indian.
Conrad would know more about
Or
it.
an Indian developer.
All right, here we go. Call and also Fox now. Going to put the 3-bet as he's all the way up to 4.5K after that Jack 4 versus King's hand. Okay, let's do this. We are going to get Hunter to come along with this, and Cedric going to come out and speculate. Is Ace right there in the window is going to be good here for the Poker Traveler. Ace with the flush draw. Come on, somebody come along and play with Cedric. As unfortunately, neither player with really much of an incentive or a reason to do much of anything with this, and a good friend, the Poker Traveler, going to be able to take that one down.
As a Texas resident, we do not claim him.
Well, we can go to
We don't claim him.
Conrad's Instagram right now.
You seen how they got this Instagram post? Black community? We do
If you go through his stories, he posts the link in the story. It says, that's the link, period, period. I'm drunk, period, period. Good luck, good luck. Clearly a post done by a drunken man, which, if you want to guess if I'm drunk when I'm posting, you can go follow me at HoopsMike on both Twitter and Instagram. Nick from Yuma in the house saying Solve4Y. It is drunk poker. We've been taking shots, and I think it's starting to show its ugly head here at this point. I'm still good here, but I'm starting to wonder how this is going for everybody else on the table. Right now, here with our live stream, we've got 7 tables going here at Palms Social on Wednesday. One of the best nights of the week for us. And all right, bottom pair here for Drew, and now make that trips. Fox here with a gutter ball to a 10. Now going to go bet call. He is going to completely whiff here. So Drew hunting for some value. Unfortunately, is not going to get it. You're going to see that table off there to the right full probably in about 20 minutes or so. We are on a 30-minute delay. You're at Palm Social in Austin, Texas, our website, social media, all with links in the description. We had ladies' night last night. Going to have a PLO 8 stream on Friday night. So for you Omaholics out there trying to play the best 4-card game around, that is coming up on Friday night. Drew now here with a 3-bet to 40. Mikey Science have been the one on the open. Probably an automatic call. Let's do this one heads up. King, Queen versus Ace, Jack. Because Drew with the most baller hat in all the land. And he could pull that off, though. I don't think there's anybody else on the table that maybe could. Maybe Juicebox. I bet Juicebox could look pretty badass with that one. Checky, checky. Let's roll off on now here to the turn card. And now here to the 10, so neither player had put a chip in the pot. We may just go to showdown. Ace high going to be good here for Drew. All right, dealer change time here at Palms Social. People asking for their best DQ anecdotes. I remember I was hammered one time and I talked to him on the phone for like 2 hours, and that was one of the more entertaining conversations I've ever had. Just talking life, talking poker, talking business, ideas, and you know, how he discovered streaming poker and what the scene is like all around all these Texas cities and experiences he enjoys. A really fantastic human being. Now he showed up here to our second ever stream for 25.50 dressed like James Bond. So, I mean, I'm never going to forget that for like as long as I live. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Because he was in character too. All right, we haven't had a PLO bomb pot in a while, so that's what it looks like is about to happen. Make sure to hit the like if you've not done so yet.
Let's hold it to that. I know you fucking are.
Well, we will see that juice box has got a straight draw. See Corey back there. That does a number of some of the videography and photography that we see in some of the thumbnails that you're watching on the live stream there in the background with the camera. All right, let's load up the hands here. 7-9 here for Tyrone. He's going to bet it appropriately here with it's like a pot size bet. Juice box has got a straight draw. Oh boy, what else do we? Do we have anything much else in this bunch? It does not really look like it. Probably just going to be going to heads up here. All right, here we go. There's Fox deciding to splash around now with the Ace-7-4-4 because why not? Set of 9 still the best, but it could be feeling Queen Jack in this spot. Juice box does turn a club draw with this. Go with a straight draw, but Tyrone with a jack in his hands blocking Queen Jack may just say, okay, let's just go ahead and take control of this. And it does appear he's going to make just under pot. The bet of 355. Juice box still alive with this draw. Tyrone with a big advantage, also with a redraw. The brickiest deuce of spade of all.
That way, if someone fucks up, they try to go to somebody else, you know, because that's that blacklist and stuff like that. I don't even mess with people from here. I have LA, San Diego guys.
Tyrone going to be able to pick up the PLO bomb pod here with a set of 9s, and we'll welcome relief here for him as we continue 1-3 match the stack. We're going to have PLO 8 on Friday night. Make sure to tune in. Hit us up here in the chat. Be a part of the discussion. Become a part of an elite chat pro group. Unmatched anywhere of nonstop fun and shenanigans. All right, we'll continue as another round, so that means I got to take another sip out of my cup. I've not had to refill it, so I assure you I'm not getting too out of line. Promise. If I start getting emotional in a couple of hours, you'll know why. Long time ago, I was a man with a, you know. All right, next hand here as I've not seen pocket queens here tonight. I'm utterly disappointed by this. I don't know who I have to complain to about this. All right, Hunter, Poker Traveler, and the Juice Box. Dueling 5-4 suited. All right, what do we got on this punch? We got straight draws, a straight flush draw here for Juice Box, second pair for Conrad, bottom pair for Hunter, and Poker Traveler with an open ender, but not quite as strong of a draw that the Juice Box has. What do we got? What are we going to have percolating? Is Traveler going to call Juice Box? Sometimes could opt to pump this pot up a little bit with the kind of equity that he has, but would rather play this multi-way and see if he can hit a perfect card, and it is going to be the 8 of spades. Shout out to Steam Dola wherever you are. We need to get Steam Dola here in the booth. It has been way too long since I've seen that young man. Old man, whatever you want to call it. Okay, Hunter now barreling now here with 225 with bottom pair. He does technically have the best hand. It's very hard to believe, but both of his opponents sharing the same hand. All he's got to do is fade diamonds, 7 or deuce, and he could be the winner here at Showdown if we get to that point. It is going to be a 7. So both the Juice Box and Poker Traveler are going to be making some money off of Hunter, but they'll be chopping up what's in the middle. As I don't anticipate either one of those folding, but I mean, if Traveler shoves, then potentially Juice Box might fear like 10-9, but a raise amount bigger than what Juice Box has in his stack, so he's calling off for the rest of his chips, which I expect that he's probably going to, but he may have some pause that maybe 9-5 gets there, 10-9 gets there, but that's the way she goes. Okay, does... We are going to get here to the showdown, and they'll see 5-4. Got to Hunter. Tried his hardest here. Might be a little wasted, and that's okay. Anderson, one time Mike called me a James Bond villain, LOL, because you were getting all into the suits. And I think that was when I was on the table as... And I meant that kind of complimentary, too. Like, I mean, clearly, like, most Bond villains are douchebags. There's very few moments where, you know, you're, like, empathize with the Bond villain. You're like, this guy seems... You know, like exactly the kind of guy I want to hang out with. Probably spends time at children's hospitals. Which is what I perceive Anderson to do with most of his free time.
How long is it going to go?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if it... That might be... this happened a lot at TCH, too, so don't feel too discouraged, but it's... Okay, I'll wait for it to... Right. We know what we need, which is good. That's half the battle. All right, let's keep it going here on Live at the Palms. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Here on Drunk Poker Night with a good friend Conrad Simpson of Solve4Y. Nick from Yuma said Capri. He's actually really the biggest existential question of all time. Is do Capri Suns count as juice boxes? Are they juice bags or juice boxes? All right, we got the number one here, Nick from Yuma. Eight of spades, 8 of hearts, the best 8 of a combo of 8s in all the land. As Conrad here with Queen Jack, Mikey sides with Ace 9. And we're going to do this 3 ways here. Off we go here into our magical flop here on the Flop of Dreams. Good one here for Mikey Sides. Flop top pair, top kicker. 9-7s Drew. Could still feel like he has the best hand. A number of cards that... A number of hands maybe that could potentially try to lead at this. Just maybe even smaller pairs might try to beat out the other 2 players on the table. All right, J-Ball here on the turn ski. Nick from Yuma, Steam Dola is somewhere smiling. Probably saying calzone. Ace on the river here for Mikey Sides. I doubt Drew is going to call, but these guys have been drinking, so... You know what happens when you assume? You make a you out of ass and me. I totally nailed that line, too. All right, 1-3 matches stack here tonight on Live at the Palms. See, I think that other table is going to be open up here as you want to be a part of the action. All right, Fox here with the open to 25. Tyrone going to call. Looks like Juice Box going to... okay. I was going to say it. I wouldn't think he was going to come along here with King Deuce off as... All right, 2 pair here for Tyrone. A pair of aces here for Fox. His only hope, potentially any straight run-outs that could come along, is going to be a 3-ball. So that's a lock for Tyrone. I think the only thing that can happen is an ace would allow a chopped-up boat skis. Over here, bet call. Fox actually checking the turn as he made a boat. Nick from Yuma says, have you ever been to Mandola's Deli? I've been to the Mandola's. It's like on North Lamar. I took my boss from Texan Live, the broadcast company I work for. They were in town. They're like, what's the place to eat? I'm like, dude, we got the place for you. Mandola's. I think I got like some kind of chicken parm that I enjoyed the hell out of. Bet of 275. Fox gonna make the call and see, unfortunately. The old ace-3 has brought it home. Mike Jungblut with you here live at the Palms. We appreciate you guys tuning on in. Here, make sure to hit the like, click subscribe. Trying to see if we can get ourselves to the 700 subscriber mark by the time we get to the end of the night. That's 672. Nick from Yuma surprised. Anderson saying the Cedar Park location is where it's at. I know, like my girlfriend's place is not too far from there. We should be having a romantic dinner, but she's on keto, and I was on keto, and now I'm not really doing it, and I've been overdue to talk to my good friend Steam Dole, and I miss him dearly. Okay, well, unfortunately, it looks like our computer has decided to crap out on us here. Something is not communicating here with the table to our action tracker and our computer and all that stuff. So, as unfortunate as to say, it looks like this is going to be our last hand of the night. We are going to be ordering another part that I think is going to allow this issue to not happen anymore, because what seems to be happening is it just overloads data. Like, listen, I'm not a tech expert, but apparently whatever is happening is causing a communication breakdown by Led Zeppelin, and that's going to cut things off. We thank you so much for joining us live at the Palms. Make sure to hit like. Sorry, folks. That is going to be the end of the show. You have yourself a gracious rest of your evening.